Hi, welcome all. In this video, we will see handling windows. As part of this video, we are going to see how to handle windows in Selenium and what is the close method and what is the quit method and what is the difference between close and quit methods. So for this, first we'll go to the application which we are going to see. This is the same application we are seeing. So here, go to switch to Windows. So the topic you are going to see is, see, open new tabbed windows. So when I say click, I have a button here. When I say click on this button, you see that the new window is opening as a separate tab. Okay, the new window is opening as a separate tab. And the same way, I have one more option, open new separate windows. So when I say click here, so it is opening a separate window. It's not a tabbed window, it's a separate window. Okay, so we are going to see, like, if something is opening in a separate tab or separate window, so is Selenium directly handles all these things, otherwise we need to perform any separate logic. We'll see all those things, but the main agenda is it's a separate window. It may be tabbed window or it may be a separate window. Okay, if this is the case, how we can handle. Okay, so for this, first we'll go to Eclipse and we'll try to write a program. Right click, new class, I'll say handling windows, finish. I'll take this much code from my previous program and I'll change this to windows.html. Now that's it. So first what we'll do, first I'll take the title of this web page and I'll click on this and then I'll take the title of this web page. So we'll see. First, this is frames and windows. The title of this web page is frames and windows. When I click here, if it is going to something else, say Sakinalium home, this is another title. So I need to get this title actually. Okay, so normally what is happening when I'm clicking here, it is opening separate window and my focus is in here and I'm able to see this. Okay, so the same way when I click here, so I'm seeing this window. Okay, I need to get the title of this, Sakinalium home. So first we'll take title. String title is equals, as we know, driver dot get title. Now I'll print this title. The title of the I'll say this is my main window. Okay, main window I'll say, and I'll add title. Okay, I'm printing this title. So first let me check this whether it is working fine or not, whether I'm getting the frames and windows title or not. Once it is done, then move step by step. Okay, it loaded. I'll close the browser. You see that I'm getting frames and windows. Now what I'll do, I need to click on that button. So I'll inspect that. I have a div id equal tabbed. So I'll use this driver dot find element by dot id. So I can directly use, or otherwise I can make web element tabbed window is equals to, sorry, it is capital E web element. I need to import that. So now I'll click on this tabbed window dot click. So once I click, it will go to the separate tabbed window. So now I'll get the tab of that. So before that, I'll give a pause here. There may be a chance of taking some time to load all these things. So I'll take 5 seconds. And then I'll try to print the title again, right? As it is open separate tabbed window, so I'll get the title of that window. And S out, title of the tabbed window is, so now I need to get Sakinalium home, right? So now I'll give a try. This is not my requirement, but we'll see whether it is working fine or not. What happened? I think it did not click, it seems. I think it is taking more than one, it seems. You see that? I think it is not. But it is not clicked, right? ID tabbed. Now we'll give a try again, otherwise we'll change the locator. So it's not clicking on that. See, it is not performing this. And again, it is getting the title. That is the reason I'm getting both frames and windows. So in this situation, it is working fine. But I'll change this. I'll take this href. Okay. A href is equals to, what is that? Control C. Make it single quote. I'm taking the href attribute and it is 1 of 1. Control A, Control C, or Command A, Command C. So I'll come here. I'll make it CSS selector. Okay. Now we'll give a try and see. Now this time it is clicking and open the tabbed window or not. Yeah, this time it clicked. It's opened the separate tabbed window that is called Sakinalium home. So now it's done. Now I need to get frames and windows, and new tab is opened. Now I'm getting the title of this after clicking. So I need to get Signalium home. I'll close the browser and we'll see whether it is taking the same thing or not. You see that? I'm not getting the Signalium home. I'm still seeing the frames and windows. So it is not moving to the next window, that is tabbed window. That is the reason I'm not getting that page title. Still it is in the main window. That is the reason I'm getting the both the times frames and windows. Now how can we do this? Okay, I want to perform something on this. Why I put this? In some of the bank applications you can see this kind of windows. So I want to perform something on this window. So how can do that? So the same way we have seen switch to alerts, switch to frames, and the same way we have switched to window concept. So after clicking this, after waiting for 5 seconds, we need to write some logic here. We have to handle windows, we have one of the methods called driver.getWindowHandles, and the return type of get window handles is set of string. You see that I can store set of string. So I need to store this information in the set. So I'll go here, set of string, and then I need to mention it will hold window IDs. So every window will have some random ID. So it will store in that IDs. So I need to import from java.util. So once I done this, what I need to do? I need to use iterator. So how to loop through set? So that can be used set is equals to window IDs dot iterator or iterator, whatever you call. I need to import this from, this is also from the java.util. So set window IDs is equal to driver.getWindowHandles, and I want to loop through it. It will hold multiple values, right? Set is to hold multiple values. I want to loop through, otherwise I want to go one by one, something like that. Then I'll use iterator over the set. Iterator some instance is equal to window IDs dot iterator. But we need to know something here before going to the next step. So how set will work? So for that, what we need to do, we need to understand how set will be. So if it is a set, let's assume if it is a set, it will hold multiple values. Okay, something like this, it will hold multiple values. So when you use set, the cursor will be outside the set. So the cursor will be here. So this is 0th position, 1st position, 2nd position, 3rd position, and 4th position, means it's kind of index. So when I say I have one of the methods called iter.next. Okay, I have just now we have taken iter. If I take iter.next, when I use iter. is a next is a method. When I use this method, the cursor will move to 0th position. When I say iter.next again, then cursor will move to the next position. When I say iter.next again, it will move to the next position. So this is the basic concept of set. So the cursor will be in the initial stage, it's outside. Once I say iter.next, it will go to the 0th index, and then 1st index, and then 2nd index, and so on. So we need to understand this concept. So now we'll go to the Eclipse and we'll see how it exactly we need to write the code. So now I have iter dot next. Sorry, it's next. So iter dot next will give you see that string. Okay, returns the next element to the iterator and it is string. So why I'm telling all these things is when you say driver dot get window handles, it will hold all the opened windows. So when I say click here, tabbed window, it opened two windows. One is frames and windows, another is Sakinalium home. Both the titles, right? Two windows. So it will hold all the information. At present it holds two. I know that when I click it opens separate window. That is the reason it handled two windows. So when I say iter.next, the cursor will be outside. When I say first time iter.next, it will hold main window. Right, it will hold main window. So but I'm not interested in main window. I'm interested in tabbed window. So string tabbed window is equals, I need to say iter.next again. Okay, now I think I have taken both the times. I say tab window simply. Okay, string tab window equal iter.next. So now I have the IDs of both the windows. Right, I have main window ID, tab window ID. So now I need to switch to tab window. Okay, now I need to switch to tab window by using this ID. So I stored that ID in the string. So now I have the same way driver dot switch to dot alert, driver dot switch to dot frames. The same way we have driver dot switch to dot window. You see that it is accepting string, and we need to pass the tab window. The reason is I want to go to my focus to tab window. Okay, I think that's it. All right, so now we'll try to execute the same thing and we'll see what is happening. Now I have to get Sakinalium home if it is switched to the new window. Yeah, it's done. Now we'll close the browser. Say I'll close the browser. I'm closing the browser. You see that the title of main window is frames and windows, and the title of the tabbed window is Sakinalium home. Previously it is giving frames and windows only both the times, but after writing this much of code, okay, after writing this much of code, it is giving me what? Sakinalium home. So it's working perfectly. This is a very, very, very important topic. 99.9% you will face an interview questions on this, how to handle windows. Can you write the logic, all these things. So this is one of the important interview questions. Now everything is fine. I come here, I clicked on this, I went here, I'm doing some actions on this. Okay, then this is my window open from here, this main window. I have some work here. I did all these things, some test case, some steps I want to execute. So I want to close this. I want to come back. Right, this is my main window. I need to perform so much of steps on this. Then how you do that? Right, when I say driver.getTitle, it is giving me this. When I say driver.getTitle, how many times it will give Sakinalium home only. Now how I'll get frames and windows? Right, so for that what we need to do, I need to switch to forcefully to back to this main window. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll give a pause here after going here. Then I'll do the same thing, driver dot switch to. driver dot switch to dot window. Now I have to come to main window, right? Now I have to come to main window. Already we have everything captured in the window IDs. Driver dot get window IDs using, okay, and we found string main window equal to iter dot next. The first instance, the first loop iteration, it will take main window ID, and we discussed that the cursor will be outside the set. When you say the first time iter dot next, it will go to the 0th index. In the 0th index I have main window, and the second time it will hold tab window. Everything I worked on this, I forcefully switched to tab window. I perform something on that, and then I have to come back to main window. That is the reason I have to say driver dot switch to dot window of main window. Okay, now I'll print the title again. Right, I need to come to know that whether it has come to the main window or not. It's out the title of the main window from tabbed window, just to make some difference. That's it. The title of the main window after back from tabbed window. Just a dummy message, so I need to mention title again. So from the main window to, by using this, what it is doing, moving or switching to tabbed window. Okay, now here what it is doing, the same thing, moving or switching to main window. Okay, after coming back to the main window, I am getting the title again. So here the first time the title is frames and windows. After moving to the tabbed window, it is Sagnalium home, and from there to coming to the main window, I need to get the frames and windows again. Okay, now we'll give a try whether it is working fine or not. Right, it's done. After 5 seconds, you see the focus will go to, you see the focus came back to the frames and windows. So now we'll close the browser and we'll see the console output. You see that first frames and windows, then Sagnalium home, then again frames and windows. So it is working perfectly. Okay, so now I am able to switch between these windows. That's all about handling windows. Okay, now what about this? What about this? So this is also same thing, nothing changes. Whether it is a tabbed window or separately opening the window, both the scenarios, same thing, same logic, nothing difference. If you want to see what I need to change here in this code, instead of clicking tabbed window, I need to change only these two lines, right? For that, what I'll do, I'll inspect this ahref equal separate. Okay, Control C, Control F, copy, paste, make it single quote. It is finding the element perfectly, one of one. Go back here and I'll comment this much code. Now I need to click driver dot find element by dot css selector paste dot click. Okay, I clicked on this. Right, now I have to click on this also. I'll inspect this. We'll do one thing, hash separate, and then it is the child button is child right, so I'll take button right. So I'm finding that element uniquely and one, that is one of one. So I'll copy this. I'm directly right. I am not storing any web element. How I did here. I'm directly using here find element by dot css selector role v dot click. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll comment this code. I'll comment this code. Okay, and I'll comment from here also. The reason is the same thing what we did for the tabbed window. We'll try. Right, I'm clicking on the separate window. It opens separate window. Wait for 5 seconds. I need to get the title. Right, when I click here, you see it is opening separate window. I need to get the Sakinalium home for this also. Right, we'll give it a try. We try to replicate the same thing what we did for the tabbed window. You see it opens separate window, right, and I'll close this one, and you see that same frames and windows. What happened for the tabbed window, it is happening the for separate window also. Now what I'll do, I will uncomment only this code, okay, until separate window. So run as Java application. This time it has to print both. Alright, it loaded, and I'll close the browser. You see that Sakinalium home, nothing changed, only I have to click this much change. So from here to I have to come here and I have to click this. That is the only 2 lines of code I changed. Remaining is as it is. Whether it is a tabbed window or separate window, do not bother about all those things. The concept is same. You need to get the get window handles, store in the set and iterate, and which window you want to go there. That's it. Okay. Now what I'll do, I will uncomment this, and now I do not want to do this one. Okay, I'll not switch to main window. We'll see now what will happen. Run as Java application. So it's done. So I'll close. Sorry, it's waiting for the 5 more seconds. By the time I closed, so that is the reason I got an issue. So let it happen from some, wait for some more time. I think by the time it happened, we'll close. You see that both the times Sakinalium home, Sakinalium home. The reason is it's not back to its main window. The reason is we commented this. So I'll uncomment this. and I'll execute now again, and now we'll see. Now it has to come back to the main window. Now I need to get the frames and windows title. So we'll give some time. So the focus is now on the Sakinalium home. After 5 seconds, it will go back to the main window. Observe that. Yeah, you see, it came to the main window. So obviously, it will print what? Frames and windows. You see that? Frames and windows. Frames and windows, Sakinalium home, and frames and windows. Okay, it's working perfectly fine for tabbed window, and it's opening a separate window. Yeah, that's fine. Right. Then what is happening? So we'll give a try again. I'll explain you what is happening. So to move to the next topic, I need that. And you need to understand. Okay, it opened. And the focus will go back to the what happened? Still not moved to the, I think it is not loaded. Still waiting for this. So I'll close this. I'll do once again. I'll execute once again. There is some issue with network, it seems. I think something's happening. We'll give a try again. Run as Java application. I think some network issue. Now it is loading perfectly. So let it happen. Yeah, it opened perfectly. So when I go to this, you see, right? The focus moved to that. And it's working perfectly fine. But when I right click here, you see that it opened Sakinalium home and frames and windows, both the windows. So when I click here, it will move to that. When I click here, it will move to this. So now just observe. It's opening both, just switching between the windows. But I do not want to do that. I want to close. Okay, I want to close. So we'll do one thing. We have one of the methods. See, from all the classes, from our previous classes, I am closing the browser manually. Can't Selenium close the browser? Yes, Selenium will close the browser, but I want to say something about that closing the browser. We have two methods. Okay, we have two methods. For that, what I'll do, I'll go back to one of my previous examples, handling frames. So as it is open, I said driver dot close. Close is a method to close. Okay. Before closing this, what I'll do, thread dot sleep for, I'll say 3 seconds. Okay. So now what I'll do, I'll execute this and I'll show you something. It opened the browser. It entered, wait for 3 seconds, it will close. Yeah, it closed by Selenium. Okay. And the same way, we have one more method in Selenium, driver dot quit. Okay. Now we'll try to execute the same thing and we'll see what will happen. Wait for 3 seconds. Closed. Now both methods closing the window. Then what is the difference between close and quit? So this is one of the interview questions. People will ask what is the difference between driver.close and driver.quit. So you need to understand this concept. So we'll come back to the handling windows. Now what I'll do, I'll say driver.close. Okay, driver.close. So now I'll run this. Now you see that it opened the browser. You observe here. Now it is frames and homes, and then you see Sakinalium home, then frames and home windows. Now I used driver.close. Now I right click again. You will see that only Sakinalium home. Where is the frames and windows? Okay, so now you need to understand that close will close the currently focused window. Okay, close will close the currently focused window, and quit will close all the opened windows by driver instance. Okay, so what close will do, where the current focus of my driver is, only it will close that window. What quit will do, how many browsers you opened with the driver instance with this driver, right? I opened two windows here. One is tabbed window, one is otherwise separate window or main window. Will close all opened windows by driver instance. That is the difference. But here why I'm not seeing the difference between close and quit here means here it opened only one window. That is the difference. You cannot see the difference between close and quit here. But when you have multiple windows open, then you can see the difference. Driver.close and driver.quit. So now we'll use quit. Previously, now I have one thing. Now after executing, I cannot see this one. You see that it will close. You see that it closed. I'm not seeing anything. Previously I'm seeing when I right click, it is showing me Sakinalium home. Now the entire browser closed. Okay, so this is what the difference between close and quit. Close will close currently focused window, and quit will close all open windows by driver instance. This is all about handling windows, and this is not part of this close and quit is not part of actually handling windows. But when I explain this close and quit, here is the perfect example that what is the difference between close and quit will come to know. Otherwise I cannot show this difference between close and quit. Okay, so and you need to remember that whether it is tabbed window or main window, no difference, nothing. You need to just switch to window the same way what you are doing for the tabbed window you can do for separately opened window also. So you need to remember this code. Set string of some whatever you want, you can give something like that, no problem. So you need to give proper naming convention, then it will be easy to identify what it is doing. So it is holding window IDs. That is the reason I'm giving window IDs. Set window IDs, driver.get window handles will hold all the windows. You need to iterate over this set one by one. So iter.next will go to, so it will hold main window ID. Okay, so it will hold child or tabbed window ID. Okay, So after that you need to go to driver.switch2.window and you need to mention which window I need to switch. Then you can perform and you can come back. Okay, this is all about driver window handling in Selenium. Okay, that's all in this video. Thank you.